In this Binance app tutorial, I'm going to show you everything you need to know to start using the Binance mobile app. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to set up your Binance account on your phone, how to fund your account, and how to buy and sell cryptocurrency using the Binance smartphone app. I even have a special referral link that you can use that will save you 20% every time you make a trade on Binance. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so let's get started by setting up our Binance app. So if you haven't already installed the app on your phone, simply go to your App Store or Google Play Store, type in Binance, and then it's this app that you can see right here. So when we open the app, this is probably what you're going to see. So if you already have an account, you can simply log in right here. Or if you are new and you don't already have an account, you can simply click on Register Now here on the bottom, and then we can start the sign up process. So the first thing is to type in the country you live in, then click on Confirm, and then we can click on Create Personal Account right here. And then obviously you have to sign up using our email address and also decide on a password. And then we have the option to put in a referral ID right here. And I would highly recommend to put in the referral ID that you can see on screen now, because this is going to save you 20% in trading fees every time you make a trade on Binance, which can add up a lot over time. So you're going to save a lot of money just by using this referral code that you're going to see on screen now. And by the way, you'll also find this referral code down below in the video description, so you can simply copy and paste it to make sure you have typed it in correctly. So once everything is filled out here, we want to click on Next. Then we have to drag this puzzle piece into the right spot right here. And now we have to confirm our email address that we have used to sign up for Binance. So we're going to click on Get Code right here, and then we want to go and check our email inbox. So you're going to get an email from Binance with an activation code. So simply type in the code right here and then click on Submit. Then you can decide to turn on Face ID if you want to, accept cookies. And then we also have to add a phone number to our account. So type in your phone number right here, click on Next, and then you'll get a code that you have to type into your app. And then our account is created. Now the next step would be to verify our identity. Because I already have a Binance account with my identity verified, I can't walk you through all the steps right here, but simply click on Verify now and then type in all the information they ask of you, upload your ID documents and so on, and then you'll finally get to your Binance account. So let me give you a quick overview of how to navigate through the Binance app. So currently we are on the Binance Lite version of the app, and there's also a Binance Pro version when we go to our account icon here, and then we can switch from Binance Lite to Binance Pro. So Binance Pro has a lot more features compared to Binance Lite, which has all the basic features. So for example, whenever you want to trade with a professional trading screen right here, then you need to go to the Binance Pro version, or something like staking or lending is also available on the Binance Pro version. However, to set up our account and to look at the basic features, we're going to stick to the Binance Lite version because it's a lot easier to navigate through. So here on the Binance Lite version, this tab right here on the bottom left, this is the Markets tab where you can see what cryptocurrencies are hot right now. Obviously, there's a lot more that you can trade here on Binance. And then on the right side on the bottom, this is your Binance wallet. So all the cryptocurrencies and fiat currencies that you're holding on Binance, you're going to find here under the Wallet tab. On this tab, you can deposit cryptocurrency or fiat currency, you can withdraw cryptocurrency or fiat currency, and also earn some passive income, which we're going to get into later. Then here in the middle, you can buy cryptocurrency, sell cryptocurrency, and convert different cryptocurrencies against each other, which is something we're also going to look at later in the tutorial. So then on your account icon on the top left, when you go to your Markets tab and you go to your account icon, here is where you can define all of your settings. So you have a task center where you can earn some rewards. You can claim your rewards here in the reward center. Then if you want to refer some friends and earn some money by referring friends, you can click on referral and send them basically your referral code, gift cards, gifts, and all that kind of stuff. So you can go through all of these on your own time if you want to. I'm just going to cover all the most important things that you have to know when using the Binance app. So the first thing I want to look at is the security settings, even though it's kind of a boring topic, but it is very important, especially if you sign up for centralized platforms like Binance, where you hold basically your money. You want to make sure that you have all the security measures in place to keep your funds safe. So when we go to our security settings right here, you want to make sure that you have two-factor authentication activated. So by default, when you create your Binance account, you already have two-factor authentication with your phone number that you have already set up when you have created your account. So you have SMS authentication. What I would recommend you do is you do another form of two-factor authentication, which is using a Google Authenticator or another application like Authy, where it's basically an application on your phone, and whenever you log into your Binance account or you want to send funds somewhere, you're going to have to type in a 6-digit code that you get from your app instead of getting the code from by a text message. Because what people can do is they can SIM swap your phone and then they can get access to your text messages, and then it's a lot easier for them to hack your Binance account. So I'd highly recommend to set up a Google Authenticator or Authy. Personally, I like Authy a lot better for various reasons that I won't get into right now. Then you also have email authentication. This is basically another feature, so another layer of security where you also have to get a code to your email address. So again, every layer that you add, the hacker that wants to hack you and basically steal your funds, they have to get access to all of your devices basically to be able to steal your funds, which is very unlikely to happen. So there's also things like a YubiKey, which you can set up. This is not available on your phone right now. You can only set it up on your desktop version. So this is basically what you have to do to make your Binance account as safe as possible. And then we can also take a quick look at the settings right here. So here is where you can change the language of your Binance app. You can also change the currency that your portfolio will be displayed in, and also the payment currency. So whenever you buy cryptocurrency using the Binance app, what currency you want to use to pay for the crypto. Then the appearance, you can also change it from, I think the light version is default, and then you can also change it to the dark version, or simply use the setting that you have on your device. Personally, I use the dark version. I think it's a lot easier on the eyes. So that's what I'm going to use here. And then the rest is basically all fine right here. So let's now look at how we can deposit fiat currency like euros, US dollars, and so on, or also cryptocurrency onto our Binance account here on our Binance smartphone app. So first we want to go to the wallet here on the bottom right, and then we want to scroll all the way up where it says deposit right here. So we're going to click on deposit, and let's first look at how we can deposit some fiat currency onto our Binance account. So you can either type in the fiat currency you're looking for, or you can simply choose it here from the available fiat currencies. Let's, for example, say I want to deposit some euros. So I'm going to simply type in euros, click on the fiat currency, and then depending on what currency you have chosen here, where you are located, and when you watch this video, you're going to have different options on how you can deposit fiat currency onto your Binance account. So currently, using euros, we can deposit using a credit card, which is always the most expensive option. So here we're going to have to pay 1.8% in a transaction fee, which isn't too bad for credit cards, but still you want to get that fee as low as possible. So I probably wouldn't use a credit card if I don't have to. Then currently for euros, you also have a third-party provider called ADV Cash. Personally, I don't know ADV Cash, so I don't know if it's a good option to use or not. So what I basically would want to do is to use a bank transfer directly with Binance, which is the cheapest option. Currently, unfortunately, with euros, we don't have that option. You would have to go through a third-party provider. So what I would want to do is I would go for a look for a currency, let's try US dollars, that actually has a bank transfer option directly with Binance. So with US dollars, I can transfer directly to Binance using a bank transfer. So personally, this is what I would want to do because this is the cheapest option and I don't have to sign up for any third-party provider. But if you want to get cryptocurrency on your account as quickly as possible, you probably want to go for the credit card option. Keep in mind though that you're going to have the highest fees using a credit card. Now let's also look at how to deposit cryptocurrency onto our Binance account. So we're going to go back here and now we're going to change from fiat currency to cryptocurrency. Here we can decide on what crypto we want to deposit onto our Binance account. So let's say we want to deposit some Bitcoin. So we're going to type in BTC right here. We're going to choose Bitcoin. Then we have to choose the network, so the blockchain we want to use to send our Bitcoin to Binance. So depending on what blockchain you use, you're going to have different fees, different transaction times as well. I'm going to simply use the main blockchain, the Bitcoin network. And then we already get our Bitcoin deposit address for our Binance wallet. So we want to make sure to send the Bitcoin to this address right here. Make sure to send the right coins to the right address as always, otherwise you're probably going to lose your coins if you don't. You can also simply scan in this QR code if you have that option and send the coins that way. So let's now look at how we can buy, sell, and convert cryptocurrencies here on the Binance mobile app. So currently, again, I'm on the Binance Lite version, and here all we got to do is click on this icon here in the middle, and then we have all of these options: buy, sell, and convert. So we're going to start off with how to buy crypto. So we're going to click on the buy option right here. Then we can decide on what crypto we want to buy. So let's keep it simple and buy some Bitcoin. And now we can decide on what currency we want to use to pay for the Bitcoin that we want to buy. So here currently it's set to British pounds. Let's actually change this to, let's say, euros. So we're going to type in euros and then choose euros, and now it has changed. So we can either type in how many Bitcoin we want to buy by clicking on Bitcoin right here. So I can type in, I want to buy 1 Bitcoin. Or I can simply change this to the fiat currency, and then I can say how much I actually want to spend on Bitcoin. So let's say I want to buy 100 euros worth of Bitcoin. I'm going to simply type in 100 euros right here, and then I can click on buy. And now I have a couple of different options on how I can buy that Bitcoin. So the best option would definitely be to use your cash balance if you already have some euros deposited onto your Binance account. And if you don't, you probably want to do that if that's possible for you. Otherwise, you probably want to go with the credit card option, because here you can also see you have some P2P options, which means peer-to-peer, which basically means that you're basically buying Bitcoin from somebody else on Binance in the marketplace, but they're offering their Bitcoin usually at a very unfavorable price for you to make some profits for them. So I wouldn't recommend to go for P2P. So I wouldn't recommend these first two options. Again, I would recommend to use your cash balance because that's the cheapest option available. If you don't have an option to deposit fiat currency onto Binance using a bank transfer or something like that, then you probably want to go for the credit card option. However, keep in mind that you're going to have to pay credit card fees for that money transfer. So I'm going to go with the cash balance because I see I have some euros. I have 204 euros in my Binance account, so I can use my cash balance. Then all 45 seconds I have to refresh the price because the price of cryptocurrency is moving, so they can't give me the same price at any time. So I'm going to use my cash balance, click on confirm right here, and now I have to confirm my order. Again, I have 57 seconds to confirm this order right here. Currently the price of Bitcoin is 38,000 euros. The fee they say is 0. Obviously you're going to have to pay some transaction fees to Binance. However, they are quite low compared to credit card fees, for example. Then we're going to click on confirm right here. And now as we can see, our purchase is completed and we can go to our wallet. And now we can look for the Bitcoin that we have bought. So let's see here. Now we have some Bitcoin in our account that I've just bought using 100 euros. And now if you want to sell some crypto, again, we go to this icon here on the bottom, and now we're going to click on sell crypto to your local currency. Then let's say we want to sell some Bitcoin that we have on Binance. So we're going to choose Bitcoin right here. And then we have to decide on what currency we want to get for our Bitcoin. So depending on what your local currency is, you can decide on what currency you want to get here. Let's say I want to get some euros, so I'm going to choose euros right here. And then we can either decide on how many euros we want to sell Bitcoin for. So let's say we want to get 20 euros, and then we can simply type in 20 euros here, and then Binance will figure out how much that is in Bitcoin. Or we can simply decide on how many Bitcoin we want to sell, so we can switch to Bitcoin here. Let's say we want to sell 0.0005 Bitcoin. We can click on sell. And then we can see that we will get 19.02 euros into our Binance account as a euro cash balance. So let's say we are happy with that. So we're going to click on confirm right here. Again, we have to confirm 0.0005 Bitcoin for 19 euros. This is the current price. And then we're going to click on confirm. And now it's successful. We can again go to our wallet and we can now see our euro balance has gone up by 19 euros. And now we can also convert one cryptocurrency into another cryptocurrency using the convert feature. So we're going to go to the bottom here, click on the icon, and then we're going to click on convert right here. And let's say I want to convert some BNB tokens, which is the native cryptocurrency of Binance, into Ethereum. So here I'm going to choose BNB, and then I'm going to choose Ethereum, which I want to convert it to. So I can either type in the amount of BNB that I want to convert, or I can type in the amount of Ethereum that I want to get, and then Binance does the calculation on how many BNB that is. So let's say I want to convert 0.2 BNB into Ethereum. So we're going to click on preview conversion. Then I can see for 0.2 BNB, I will get 0.0266 Ethereum. So now I can click on refresh to get a new quote. Then I can click on convert, and now my BNB is converted into Ethereum. And we can go to view history, and then we can see that we have gotten so many Ethereum for our 0.2 BNB. Let's now look at how we can withdraw fiat currency and cryptocurrency from our Binance account here on our Binance app. So we're going to go to our wallet here on the bottom right, and then we're going to scroll all the way up and click on withdraw. Now let's start with fiat currency. So choose the fiat currency that you have on your Binance account that you want to withdraw. So let's say I want to withdraw some euros. And then you see all the options that you have to withdraw that fiat currency to your bank account sometimes, or also a card. So with euros, you can see that currently you only have the option to withdraw it to a credit card with a 1% fee, or you also have the option to withdraw it to your bank account, but you're going to have to use a third-party payment processor called ADV Cash. So currently not a lot of options to withdraw euros from Binance to your bank account. However, this really depends on what currency you're actually withdrawing, and also where you are located, and also when you watch this video, because I've seen that these payment options change a lot here on Binance. So let's check out how it looks like for US dollars. For US dollars, for example, you can actually withdraw it to your bank account. However, there will be a $15 fee. So maybe if you have the option to withdraw different currencies to your bank, maybe you want to go for a currency that you have more options with, where you have to pay less fees, or you don't have to kind of sign up for a third-party provider. Cool. So now let's look at how we can withdraw some cryptocurrency from our Binance account to our wallet or some kind of other exchange, wherever you want to withdraw to. So let's go to our wallet icon here on the bottom right, and then click on withdraw here on the top. And now we're going to go to the crypto tab and decide on what cryptocurrency you want to withdraw. So let's say I want to withdraw some Cardano right here. So I'm going to choose Cardano. And then you want to type in, or actually paste, the address of your Cardano wallet or your other exchange that accepts Cardano in this field right here. So I've already copied the address, so I'm going to just paste it in here. And then you want to decide on the network, so make sure you choose the connect network as well. So automatically recognize that this address is a Cardano network address. So I'm going to choose the Cardano network. And then let's say I want to transfer over 100 Cardano. And now I can actually click on withdraw. And by the way, here on the bottom, you're going to see how many you're going to receive. So currently the transaction fee on the Cardano blockchain is 1 ADA, so 1 Cardano, which is about $1.20 at the price that it is right now. So let's click on withdraw. Then again, we have to confirm. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to withdraw 100 Cardano, 100 ADA, confirm. And now we have to confirm the transaction by, first of all, sending a code to our email address and then typing in the code right here, and then also pasting our two-factor authentication code in right here. I have set it up, so I'm using Authy. You can also use Google Authenticator, or if you haven't set that up, you're probably simply going to get a code to your as a text message to your phone, which you then have to paste in here. So get all these codes, paste them in here, and then click on submit. And there we go, withdrawal request submitted. So now the 100 ADA is actually withdrawn, and it will show up in a couple of minutes on my ADA on my Cardano wallet. All right, so now let's look at how we can start trading here on Binance, how we can trade cryptocurrency using the Binance mobile app. So currently I'm on the Binance Lite version, as you can see right here. So we're gonna have to switch to the Pro version in order to get access to the trading feature. So we're gonna go to our account icon here on the left, and then we're gonna switch from Binance Lite to Binance Pro. And now here on the bottom, we can see Trade, which is where we're gonna click. And now we are in the trading interface of our Binance app. So first we want to make sure that we are on the spot trading tab that you can see right here, which just means that you're trading without any leverage. And then we want to make sure that we select the correct trading pair. So what do you want to buy and what do you want to sell? So currently it's set to Ethereum against US dollar Tether. We can also change it to, for example, Bitcoin. If you want to trade Bitcoin against US dollar Tether, you can simply type in BTC and then look for the trading pair that you want to trade. For example, let's go for BTC USDT. US dollar Tether, if you don't know, it's a stable coin following the price of the US dollar. So now we changed from Bitcoin to US dollar Tether. Here is what is called the order book, which means that you're going to see all the offers of people wanting to sell Bitcoin and all the offers of people wanting to buy Bitcoin. Whenever one of these prices match each other, then the trade will basically take place, and the Bitcoin will go from the person who wants to sell to the person who wants to buy. Then here on the right side, you have the screen where you can type in your order. This is basically where you trade. Then on the bottom, you can see all the open orders that haven't filled yet and the funds that you have available. So the funds that you need for this specific trading pair. For example, I have some Bitcoin here and I also have some US dollar Tether. So I'm able to trade here using this trading pair. And then we can also click on this little candlestick icon right here. And then you're going to see a chart of the price of Bitcoin against US dollar Tether. So there's also a line chart that you can use when you click on line. But what most people use is a candlestick chart, which you can see right here. So currently it's set to a 15-minute chart, which means that each candlestick that you can see here, these red and green lines, represent a 50-minute period in which the price of Bitcoin has moved. So for example, this green candle at the beginning of the 50 minutes, the price was right here. And then at the end of the 50 minutes, the price was right here. Then you can see these little sticks coming out of these candles. This is basically the entire price moves that Bitcoin has made in this 15-minute period. You also have like indicators right here. If you do trading, you can use indicators and stuff. I'm not really an expert on that, so I'm not going to go deeper into indicators. And then on the bottom here, you can also see the volume, how much is traded in a specific time period. And then again, this is the order book. So this is the same thing we have seen before. People who want to buy Bitcoin for a specific price and people who want to sell Bitcoin. And obviously, as you can see, because trades are taking place, these prices change pretty much at every single second. Then you can also see market history right here. This is where you can see all the trades that have basically taken place, how many Bitcoin have been sold for what price right here. So then let's actually go back and carry out an order. So now here on the right side, you can set your orders. So right now it's on buy, which means that we want to buy Bitcoin. If you set it to sell, that means we want to sell Bitcoin for US dollar Tether. But let's actually go ahead and buy some Bitcoin. So let's choose buy right here. Then there's a couple of different order types. So what I want to go over is the limit order and also the market order. So let's start with the limit order. Advantage of using a limit order is you're able to set the price that you want to pay for one Bitcoin. So let's say currently the price of Bitcoin is around $43,500 US. Let's say we want to pay a bit less than that. So let's say we want to pay only $43,000 per Bitcoin. So we can type in $43,000 right here. And now we can type in the amount of Bitcoin we want to buy here, or we can type in the amount we want to spend in US dollar Tether. So let's say I want to spend 50 US dollar Tethers on Bitcoin using this price right here. So that would give me 0.00116 Bitcoin into my wallet once this trade actually carries out. So what I can do now is click on buy Bitcoin, and now I can click on open orders, and we can see that I have an open order for $43,000 US in the order book. So when we scroll all the way down here, we would see my order for 0.00116 Bitcoin at this specific price. However, the disadvantage of using a limit order is that it doesn't carry out immediately. It doesn't fill immediately. So we actually have to wait until the price falls to the price that I'm willing to pay. So this is basically how you do a limit order. Again, the advantage is that you're not going to pay more than what you set. So you can set the price. So let's cancel this order right now. And let's also look at how to use a market order. So we're going to switch from limit to market right here. And as you can see, now I cannot set the price of what I'm willing to pay for 1 Bitcoin. So I'm going to have to take the best price that is currently available in the order book. So let's say again, I want to spend $50 on Bitcoin. So I'm going to type in $50 right here, and then I can click on buy. And when I click on buy, Binance is basically trying to fill the order as fast as possible, and it's using the best price that is currently available right here. So now it's going to be about 43,550. So let's click on buy right now. And as you can see, there's no open orders because the order has already filled. What I can do now is click on this icon right here and then go to order history. And now I can see that I have just carried out my order right here. And this is the price that I have paid for 0.00114 Bitcoin. And I've spent $50 Tether. So here you can see the order has just filled, and this is the date of today. So that's the difference between limit and market order. Market order basically fills immediately, and limit order, you can set your own price, but you're going to have to wait until the price actually reaches the price that you are willing to pay.